Hello, class. Today I will be talking to you about Applied Artificial Intelligence, Chapter 3, Book Review. Let's begin. This chapter is broken down in three segments. One that talks about microfinance, the second talks about social injustice, and the last one talks about medical diagnosis. And the style that the authors used to go over these chapters, they give examples, real life examples, and real life stories about business issues, social issues, and technical medical issues happen that are still happening in other industries, and how artificial intelligence has been able to offer a somewhat type of solution. The first one is microfinance. On this real life scenario, they talk about Sahil Singla and his team, and of course they talk about mention about the company called Farm Guide, which is a social impact startup. And the issue that they were facing was that a thousand of farmers in India were committing suicide due to harvest failure. And of course, this was also caused by, besides the harvest failure, it was also being caused by the pressure that came from microfinance loan sharks, which were crippling them with very high interest rates, and farmers were unable at the end to pay, and they ended up killing themselves. The solution was to use deep learning, and specifically on the realms of satellite imagery to predict crop yields. And these machine methods for crop yield analysis were comparable on the accuracy to physical surveyors by the USDA, and also by building actuarial methods for lending and insurance, hence reducing the risk of loan sharks and provide lower interest rates and loans. The second story, it's related to social injustice. The characters are Sarafina and the people living in Monrovia, the capital city of Liberia. The issue was that this girl was being harassed, bullied, and sexually assaulted by her teacher. And the company that they talk about that they use uh, AI was UNICEF U-Report, which is a social reporting bot that enables young people in developing countries to report social injustices and abuses through some messaging platforms like SMS. And also, this company was able to leverage more than 4.2 million users worldwide. And this, of course, this leveraging all these users and their activities and their data that they were able to capture helped identify and continues to identify worldwide issues like violence against children and other issues alike. The next section on the chapter it's related to medical diagnosis and specifically related to pathology, radiology, and other fields. But for now, let's talk about pathology and radiology practitioners and nurses. And the issue that they found was that, in this case, two pathologists assessing the same biopsy tissue will agree only 60% of the time because it was the interaction of two human beings basically based solely on their observation. And in radiology, a large number of mammograms were performed, yielding only half positive results. The solution in these fields were, of course, the use of AI systems, for example, in breast cancer, utilizing computer imaging vision techniques, which yielded to patient records with 99% accuracy. Also, at the same time, students at MIT and Harvard Medical School uh, developed machine learnings that helped identify 97% of tumors. Another Harvard Business Review article that I found, and it was very interesting related to AI, was this one. called Why Companies That Wait to Adapt AI May Never Catch Up. And this article was written by Vikram Mahidhar and Thomas Davenport, and they go into great details about they are waiting for the technology to be able to be mature enough. But the article and the authors of this article claim that traditional machine learning is already quite mature and have been available for decades, and the mathematical and statistical foundations are already well established. This is the claim. System developing time can be very lengthy, and a lot of legwork need to be done in order to get just the basics of AI implemented. The second aspect of their claim is that the integration time and from transition pilots and prototypes to production systems can be very difficult and time consuming. The third aspect of their claim is that human interaction with AI time, which means augmentation mode, will be required even if they are pretending to become at some point fully autonomous. Machine learning's interaction between systems and its human observers are called interaction learning, and this could take months, many months, and even years. The last two claims uh, from this article, it's that governance time and applications. What they mean by this is that a broader governing approach is required as compared to the classic controls and testings from standard procedures without AI. And AI algorithms will also decay over time because they are built on solely historical data and what is recent on business knowledge. And this will all continue to change throughout time. So they will need to be redesigned and rewritten. The last uh, is that the winners take all. They claim that by the time late adopters has done all necessary preparation, they have gone through all the preparation and implementation of the AI, early adopters will take, if not all, market share because they have already been leaders and they have been for years testing their methods.